I mixed ash, lime powder, and eggshells, and my balcony garden became slug-free forever. My little balcony used to be a peaceful green paradise until the slugs came. They didn't make noise, they weren't fast, but every night they crept in from somewhere, slowly munching through my tender leaves. By the time I realized what was happening, most of my young plants were already gone. There was no sound, no smell, just chewed up leaves each morning, broken stems, and sometimes a few fat slugs sleeping peacefully after their feast. I knew I had to fight back. But I didn't want to use chemical pesticides. I grow vegetables to eat, and I believe in staying close to nature. I needed a solution that was both effective and safe. For me, for my plants, and for the environment. So I started experimenting with the simplest things I had on hand. The idea came from my kitchen and backyard. One day, while making tea and looking at some eggshells on the counter, I remembered that many gardeners use them to keep slugs away. I had also read about rice husk ash, a traditional natural material known for repelling slugs because of its rough, dry texture. And of course, I had garden lime, which my grandparents used to improve soil and keep pests away. That's when the idea struck me. Why not combine all three? Each ingredient alone could stop slugs. But what if I mixed them together? It might create a multi-layered defense. Sharp, dry, alkaline. An all-natural barrier that slugs wouldn't dare cross. How I mixed this natural weapon? I kept it simple. After every meal, I collected my eggshells, rinsed and dried them under the sun. When I had enough, I crushed them by hand. Not too fine, just enough to keep the sharp edges. Then I combined them with dried rice husk ash and a bit of lime powder. The ratio I used was 2 parts ash, 1 part lime, 1 part crushed eggshells. I mixed everything until I had a pale, grayish, dry mixture that looked like coarse sand. It had a faint smoky smell from the ash and a gritty texture. You'd think it was just dusty soil, but to slugs, it was a natural fortress. The results, and a quiet sense of victory. I sprinkled the mixture in rings around the most vulnerable plants: mustard greens, herbs, lettuce. For long planters, I made a continuous border along the edges, like drawing a protective line. After just 2 nights, I saw the difference. No more slime trails, no more chewed leaves, no more slugs. I couldn't believe it. Something so simple, made from kitchen scraps and garden waste, was working perfectly. My young plants were thriving, untouched. I no longer had to patrol the balcony every night with a flashlight looking for invaders. Why did this mixture work so well? Ash absorbs moisture, rough texture irritates slugs. It also adds minerals to the soil. Lime powder raises soil pH, making the area uncomfortable for slugs. It also sterilizes the soil and prevents fungal growth. Eggshells, sharp and jagged, they cut slugs' soft bodies. They also add calcium to the soil for stronger plant growth. The combination created a triple-layered barrier: physical, sharp edges; chemical, alkaline pH; and biological, reduced pests, reduced disease. Best of all, it's completely non-toxic. And what I realized afterward, I realized that gardening isn't just about growing plants. It's about observing, understanding nature, and knowing how to work with simple things. Just like cooking, you don't always need fancy ingredients. Sometimes, the magic comes from how you combine what you already have. I mixed ash, lime, and crushed eggshells, 3 things that seemed unrelated, and created something that not only protected my garden, but reminded me. Nature can heal its own problems if we learn to listen and work with it. If you're struggling with slugs too, try this mix. It's easy, safe, cheap, and surprisingly effective. Give it a few days, and you'll see the results. And maybe like me, you'll find yourself smiling one early morning, looking out over a garden that's green, untouched, and finally peaceful again. There's no better feeling than that.